Hello and welcome to our lesson on people management during project execution. This segment will cover stakeholder engagement. Stakeholders are individuals, groups, or organizations interested in or affected by a project's outcome. They can be internal or external to the organization. Stakeholder analysis involves identifying these stakeholders, understanding their interests, expectations, and influence on the project, and assessing their level of support or opposition. Importance of stakeholder engagement in project success. Effective stakeholder engagement is crucial for project success as it ensures alignment between project objectives and stakeholder expectations. Engaged stakeholders are more likely to provide support, resources, and valuable input throughout the project lifecycle, leading to better outcomes and increased stakeholder satisfaction. Identifying and prioritizing project stakeholders. Project managers must identify and prioritize all potential stakeholders based on their level of influence, interest, and impact on the project. This helps determine the most critical stakeholders who require focused engagement and communication efforts. The power and interest grid analysis is a strategic tool utilized in stakeholder management to prioritize and effectively manage stakeholder engagement within a project. It categorizes stakeholders based on two key factors: their power level and interest in the project. Power refers to a stakeholder's ability to influence the project's outcomes, decisions, or direction. High-power stakeholders typically have authority, resources, or expertise that can significantly impact the project. On the other hand, stakeholders with low power have minimal influence over project-related decisions. Interest reflects the degree to which a stakeholder is personally invested in the project's success or outcome. Stakeholders with high interest are those directly affected by the project or have a significant stake in its results. Conversely, stakeholders with low interest may have little to no personal investment in the project's outcome. By plotting stakeholders on a grid with power on one axis and interest on the other, project managers can categorize them into four quadrants. High power, high interest. These stakeholders are typically critical players in the project. They possess significant influence and are highly invested in its success. Project managers must engage and involve them closely, as their support or opposition can significantly impact the project's progress. High power, low interest. While these stakeholders have considerable power to influence the project, they may not be directly affected by its outcomes. Project managers should keep them informed to prevent any potential negative impact on the project due to their disengagement or lack of interest. Low power, high interest. Although stakeholders in this quadrant may not have significant authority or resources, they are deeply interested in the project's outcome. Project managers should engage them to maintain their support and enthusiasm, as they can often provide valuable insights or assistance. Low power, low interest. These stakeholders have minimal influence over the project and are not particularly invested in its success. While they may require occasional updates, project managers can minimize their involvement to focus resources on more critical stakeholders. By using the power and interest grid analysis, project managers can develop tailored communication and engagement strategies for each stakeholder category. This ensures that resources are allocated efficiently and stakeholders are appropriately engaged throughout the project lifecycle, ultimately contributing to its success. To manage stakeholders' expectations, the project manager should set clear project objectives and deliverables. Establish clear and achievable project objectives, milestones, and deliverables to manage stakeholder expectations and ensure alignment with project goals. Manage scope changes effectively. Implement robust change management processes to evaluate and prioritize scope changes. Communicate impacts to stakeholders and manage expectations regarding project scope, schedule, and budget. Address stakeholder concerns and feedback. Actively listen to stakeholder concerns, address issues promptly, and incorporate input into project plans and decisions to demonstrate responsiveness and commitment to stakeholder satisfaction. To keep stakeholders engaged throughout the project manager should ensure applying the following strategies: regular communication and updates. To keep stakeholders informed and engaged throughout the project, Maintain open lines of communication with regular updates, progress reports, and newsletters. Stakeholder meetings and workshops. Organize conferences, workshops, or focus groups to facilitate direct interaction and collaboration with stakeholders, fostering a sense of involvement and ownership in the project. Stakeholder participation in decision-making processes. Involve stakeholders in critical project decisions and planning activities to gain insights, build consensus, and enhance stakeholder commitment and support. To communicate effectively with stakeholders, project managers should apply several tools. Stakeholder communication plans outline the communication objectives, channels, frequency, and messaging strategies for engaging stakeholders throughout the project lifecycle, ensuring timely and relevant information exchange. Stakeholder engagement platforms. Online platforms and collaboration tools facilitate communication and interaction with stakeholders, providing a centralized space for sharing updates, documents, and feedback. Feedback and survey tools. Tools for collecting stakeholder feedback and conducting surveys enable project managers to gather valuable insights, address concerns, and continuously improve stakeholder engagement strategies. This is the end of this segment of our lesson. In the next segment, we shall continue discussing stakeholder engagement. This course is presented to you by South Europe College. Thank you for listening and see you in our next segment.